It is very difficult to predict what will be the future with connected devices. My personal guess is you will get a lot of devices connected and it will totally change the way you live, at home, in your office, in your car, with your friends and family. At Gemalto, we want to build this new future and we are really working on 3 aspects: connectivity, security, monetization. On the connectivity side, we are working on the eSIM and the remote SIM provisioning. On the security side, we are working both to secure the device and also to secure the backend, because these devices will collect a lot of data. You need to be careful that what is stored in the backend is as well very secured. And the monetization is very important, because this will create a lot of new services, but to really meet customer needs, you will need to adapt the business models. Maybe it will be freemium, maybe it will be licensing, and at Gemalto we are offering this kind of flexibility. So to be able to unleash this new connected market, eSIM and remote SIM provisioning will play a very important role. An eSIM is absolutely mandatory for some new devices. For example, in a car that will stay on the market very long, you need to be able to have a solderable SIM. Same in a watch. If today you put a removable SIM, you will get a very thick watch, which is not at all good for the design of the watch. So solderable eSIM is mandatory, and remote SIM provisioning is mandatory, because it means once it's solderable, you need to have another way to bring the connectivity inside. This is why this combination is so key. The essential elements to succeed remote SIM provisioning are the following: a standardization made by the full industry, MNOs, SIM vendors, but as well OEMs, device makers. And this will enable an out-of-the-box connectivity, which is extremely important, because if the customer journey, the ease of use by traditional end user will be extremely important for the take-up of this technology. So the eSIM and the remote SIM provisioning will bring benefits to every stakeholder. For end user, it's connectivity out of the box, anywhere, anytime, and under their control. For MNOs, it's the opportunity to open a new range of devices being connected to their network. Today, basically, in the planet, you can imagine you have 2 billion smartphones. Tomorrow, we could end up with 20, 50 billion devices. For device makers, it's bringing new services and new value to their existing devices. For example, the watches. Today, they are connected through a smartphone. 83% of the people would love to have this service being rendered autonomously. So this will be enabled thanks to the eSIM. To be able to grab fully the opportunity, MNOs will need to tackle several challenges. First of all, they need to bring a very nice customer journey, a digital customer journey. Second, they need to invest in their backend, because this will mean multiple devices for the same person or for the same family. They need to adapt their billing system, their operating system, to be able to connect all these devices and users. Finally, they will need to invest in training to be able to train their customer care people, their self-care people, so that this becomes a very natural, again, journey for the end user. Last November, GSMA has released the second version of the specification for the consumer electronics market. This is a very mature document that has been built with a full ecosystem of players, MNOs, device makers, SIM vendors. Now the industry has a very strong foundation upon which to build eSIM and the full ecosystem for consumer market. Personally, as an end user, I would love to have my car connected. I believe it could bring great value for me. For example, getting preventive maintenance when there is anything wrong happening on the car. I think it could create a lot of value in a city. Traffic jam is a real issue, and with pollution. And at least as a father, when my kids are behind me for a very long trip, I could keep them busy and I could be driving securely, basically.